Joey in Lake Elsinore, California. Hey, Joey, what's on your mind today?
Good morning, Tom.
Thanks for watching Free Speech.
Long-time listener, first-time caller this year.
Joey, I cannot understand you. Is your thumb over your microphone or something like that, or what's up?
I'm calling about your statement that you had made yesterday regarding a release of information from the Democratic Central Committee. You had said something, I think, to Ms. Radner about it being a Bernie bro that released the information and not the Russians. And I was just wondering if there was any truth to that.
I have no idea. There are clearly both stories out there. The assertion being made by Julian Assange and company, they're not using the phrase Bernie bro. That was my phrase. And but they're saying that it was a disgruntled person inside the DNC who was upset with the fact that the DNC was leaning Hillary's way rather than being an impartial broker. That person was the source of the leak. Whereas the intelligence agencies of the United States are saying, no, we have high confidence that it was the Russians. I have not seen, and none of us have seen, any evidence that it was the Russians. None of us have, for that matter, seen any evidence that it was somebody in the DNC. So we don't know. I'm willing to believe either one, frankly, if somebody would just show me some evidence.
Right. I'm just worried because we were listening to Professor Cohn last week in this build-up in the NATO countries, and so a little bit of rumors go a long way. I think your idea that it could have been an internal thing from the DNC makes a little bit more sense at this point.
It not only makes more sense, it's so easy. I mean, the DNC is filled with volunteers or filled with staffers, many of whom are, Bernie Democrats as opposed to Hillary Democrats. And all one would have to do is, if you're on their email system and you're a reasonably competent hacker, which is not uncommon, these days. Stick a thumb drive in a computer at the DNC and you've got it, right? You don't have to go through some sort of elaborate spear phishing attack or hacking or whatever. Now, this is not. By the way, I'm speaking about the DNC emails, not the Podesta emails. The intelligence agencies seem quite certain that the Podesta emails were the result of a Russian hack. And, in fact, to the point where they think they have the spear phishing email that went to Podesta that basically gave access to that. Then the question becomes, okay, if it was Russians who hacked him and turned that over to WikiLeaks, was that a state operation or was that a private operation? Because you can hire Russian hackers for about half the price of American hackers. And, that's no secret. Some of the best hackers in the world come out of Russia. So I would love to see an independent, nonpartisan commission like the 9/11 Commission look into this whole thing. I think the whole thing is a bag of snakes. It's a mess. And just for the historical record, it's long past time that we can say, okay, Trump, is not going to become president. It's not going to stop that. But I realized, a lot of the sturm and drang around this before the Electoral College met was in the hopes that people could, a lot of people kind of hoping against hope that they could stop Trump from being installed as president. But that's going to happen tomorrow, no matter what, barring some act of God or something. But yeah, Joey, have I clarified myself?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for the call. I appreciate it. We'll be back. It's 25 minutes past the hour.